Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. It is Wednesday, October 29th, and this will be my last day at Disneyland for the Halloween holiday. Halloween is this Friday, the 31st. By Saturday morning, November 1st, all the Halloween stuff will be gone. It's magic. Like that. If you can look deep, deep, deep into my eyes, no. Um, Look at the very end, see the castle that already has some snow on it. And this morning, if you saw my live, you saw the sky was blue with no clouds. Well, it's still blue with no clouds. I checked the weather app a little while ago, maybe an hour or so ago, and it said 88. Probably feels about the same. It's been a beautiful day. As you can see, there are people around, but the ride waits, the line waits have not been bad. In fact, I had contemplated going on Haunted Mansion because I don't think I've been on it this season yet. I don't remember. And the line, it was 25 minutes when I looked. That's usually past my max, but I was like, okay, I can go. So I was waiting to get on the train, go around, and get off at New Orleans Square. I forgot to wear my leg brace thing support today. Um, and it does help, especially if you have to walk longer distances. And I know Disneyland's not all that big, but if you got a hot nail pounding in your leg every time you walk, it, any distance can seem far. Um, when I first sat down, I was all alone on these benches, and other people thought, "Oh, benches, let's sit down." That's okay. That's what they're here for, and they're in the shade. There's some in the sun that I probably could have sat on, be further away, but this gives me a view right down Main Street. You see the Mickey Mouse pumpkin, and you can see the castle, and you can hear the train. So it's been a lovely day. Met up with some Disneyland friends, and so had. I guess I should have sat in the first row. That's okay. Anyway, um, let's look over here. So I don't really like to get people in my videos that, walking in a distance that can be helped, but up close and personally, I prefer not. Um, anyway, so it has been a great day. Hung out with my Disneyland friends. We went on the Mark Twain for a couple rounds around. Um, I had met them at the Jolly Holiday, and then after the Mark Twain, we went and went to Bengal Barbecue and had a snack. I usually bring a Crustables or an Uncrustables, whatever they call them, and peanut butter cup and a little fruit cup, and always have my bottle of water. I am beginning to feel a little more hungry rather than munchy hungry. There's a difference. It's like you want some munchies or you want a meal. And I can't decide if I need to get gas on the way home, so I need to stop and get gas. So I can't decide if I should go to Arby's, which is one of my favorite, as you're soon discovering, or take a little further jaunt down Beach Boulevard and go to Noggles, or just go home. because I have lots of food. I did it last week, but then yesterday afternoon, I made a smaller enchilada casserole. So I have enchilada casserole. Or I found out it's also called New Mexico enchiladas, but I think they put in fried egg on it. Ugh. Not my cup of tea. But so I think there's some left over. I don't know. Um, because I just made it in a Corningware dish. I didn't make it in my usual larger baking dish. So um, I only ate a fourth. I don't know how much Corey ate. So, or I could whip up some chili. I like my chili. I make my chili a little different. Um, could do that, or I could just drive through McDonald's. I haven't driven through McDonald's in a long time. Or I don't know. So I think there's not Burger King. One of those other places, Wendy's. This Wendy's not far from our house. I don't know. Or I could, if I want to be really, really bad, there's drive through Wiener Schnitzel. I still call it Der Wiener Schnitzel. There's drive through Wiener Schnitzel. We were just talking about that today. In fact, a couple of us were talking about being old and remembering Pup and Taco. There's a Pup and Taco in Rosemead where I grew up. It was really cool. It looked like a little doghouse. You can drive through and get a hot dog and a taco, or a taco, but I kind of like the idea of both. Anyway, I am rambling on, which I am wanting to do. I'm just sitting here looking around, watching. It's really a lovely day. When you're out in the sun, of course, it feels hot, and it's a little cooler in the shade. Um, Again, look at the sky, beautiful blue, no clouds, no clouds. I have an idea of a live I'd like to do, kind of a semi-educational one, but I need to prepare for it. So that's like work. You have to prepare for something, you know. But I think it would be very interesting, and I need to like do a couple of little practice runs. And there's a couple of things here in Town Square that I think might be of interest to some of you. So I will think about doing that. And that I might have to do a little more prep or research on. Um, but I think there are things that might be of interest to you and be a little bit more than me just rambling on. But it's just such a lovely day just sitting here. It's so nice. There's City Hall over there. Oh, I think the band is getting ready to come. Or maybe it's the cavalcade. I don't know. Something is coming along. We just saw Abby, one of the train conductors. One of the other train conductors I know is on a Disney cruise right now, having a ton of fun. So I think that's cool. They get a little bit of a discount. Oh, and I found out today too that they also get Disney Plus, but they get Disney Plus with ads. So, but if they want Disney Plus without the ads, then they can pay the difference. And like the CM I was talking today, I'm not giving any names. Said no, you got enough of my money. So, um, I need to check Disney Plus out because I have it and I haven't. Unless I rewatched The Mandalorian, I absolutely love The Mandalorian, and I've watched that a couple of times all the way through. In fact, I think I'm halfway through my third time. I need to get back to it, but I always have something to do, which is nice. I love it. and I'm kind of chaotic on what I do, this or that or the other thing. Um, I have so many projects that sometimes I can't start any of them because there's so many I don't know what to do. I'm just frozen with ah, you know. Oh well, it must be nice. It must be nice to have so many things to do. You don't know what to do. Options, options. You got to have options. I love options. So, but just look at that. Isn't that just lovely? There's people going up and down Main Street. Now, I had a ride on the horse-drawn streetcar this morning with Rogue, and then I had 3 rides with John, and in fact, I was on his last ride of the day, and they had him riding out a little bit longer than normal because um, John and oh, I forget now what other horse she said. Jim? Is there a horse named Jim? Anyway, John and another horse are going to be doing a side-by-side pull this afternoon for something. I'm not sure what. And so they took John off, and he's in the back having lunch. So after he has lunch and a little break, he and the other horse, is it Champ? Cannot remember now. Could be Champ. Anyway, they're going to hook them up together side by side and do a little practice pull on whatever it is they're doing. I don't know, but it sounds kind of fun. So so did that, and then I came over and did a circle around the Grand Circle Tour, the Disneyland Railroad. I did that. One of my favorite things to do. My friends and I did. We did 2 rounds on Mark Twain or 3. I don't remember. We may have just done 2. So we did 2 rounds on Mark Twain, and that's always enjoyable. I saw Cormorant out. And then just now on the train, going through on the river, well, going around by the rivers of America, going around by the Indian village, I saw 2 cormorants. It didn't look like they're either one of them with a young one that I couldn't see a full view, but saw a young one on Rivers of America this morning, and then there is no ramp here at the Main Street station. So if you have a scooter, you need to be able to offload. If you have a wheelchair, you need to be able to offload and walk up the stairs or have someone walk you up the stairs because there is no ramp here. All of the other stations have ramps. This is the only one that doesn't. And I think they are exempt from getting one because the others do. You have access. You know, you do have access. So I was just watching somebody here, and he had some good help getting up, so that's good. But so just for your future information, when you come to Disneyland, you haven't been here in a long time, or you've never been here, uh, just take note that the Main Street station of the Disneyland Railroad does not have a ramp or an elevator, escalator, any of that, just the steps. And I know I take the steps slowly when I come up, and I always hold on anymore. I remember a time many years ago now when I used to be able to walk down a staircase in the middle of it, not on the side holding on, just walk down. and straight on down, head, head held high. Say that 3 times fast. Can't even say it once slow. And I walked down the staircase without looking, and without holding on, right down the middle, float right down that staircase. Those days are long gone, long gone. So I think I am going to mosey on down to my locker and get my backpack. It has my collapsible cane, and I always use the cane on the way out because by the end of the day, I'm a little tired and my leg hurts even more. So I use it on the way out. So I go down and I get it, and then I will mosey on home. And I hope that wherever you are happy, you are safe, you are healthy. And remember, most of all, stay magical.